Sometimes, due to bodily hunger and thirst, the conditioned soul becomes so disturbed that he loses his patience and becomes angry with his own beloved sons, daughters, and wife. Thus, being unkind to them, he suffers all the more. So, first of all, yesterday's verse talked about how these ritualistic ceremonies are just like the piercing of thorns and pebbles endured by one attempting to climb a hill. And I added that nowadays, parents have added one more ritualistic ceremony, that is forcing their children to study very hard and study more and more. Then, very nicely, Rajeshwari Mataji yesterday sent one picture which shows these hills being climbed degree after degree. So, this picture I please request you to forward to all your members so that they clearly see this illustrated on how they are unnecessarily putting their children into trouble and putting themselves into trouble by giving them higher and higher mountains to climb. So, in today's verse, again, Jadabharata is criticizing family life. Due to various reasons, the conditioned soul gets angry with his own beloved sons, daughters, and wife. Of course, when the man is spoken of in Bhagavatam, you must understand it applies to the woman also. Equally, the woman also, for some reason, loses her temper and becomes angry with her beloved sons, daughters, and husband. And being unkind to them, she suffers all the more, or he suffers all the more. So, this is the situation for non-devotees for whom the family is meant to be some kind of material sense gratification. And then this song from Vidyapati Thakura, this verse talks about how the happiness of family life is Vari Bindu Sama, just like a drop of water in the desert. That means it's of no use. It doesn't quench your thirst. In the desert, you are so thirsty, it is so hot. What can a drop of water do? Similarly, the miseries of this material world are so intense. What can that little pleasure, the flickering pleasure of family life, what can that do to remove this sorrow of material life? So that's why it keeps happening. The other sorrows of material life keep affecting the heads of the family, the husband and the wife, and they keep losing their temper with the rest of the family, and they become even more miserable. Therefore, now, according to Vedic civilization, you cannot, in spite of the suffering, you have to continue like this, so that at last you learn the lesson that what is the point of going through all these four varnas and ashramas, staying on in this material world? We are going to keep on suffering. Everything has got a problem. Brahmachari life has got a problem, Grihastha life has got a problem, Vanaprastha life has got a problem, Sannyasi life has got a problem. There is no life without problems. And there are so many miseries which we are afflicted with. So finally, we realize that all these ashramas, whatever pleasure they give, they are like a drop of water in the desert. There is no use in running after these kind of pleasures. Instead, we should, and yes, and in spite of these problems, as far as Grihastha life is concerned in the Vedic civilization, you cannot give up the responsibilities. But today, what is happening is that very easily divorce takes place. It is a reality in the Western world, and in India also, some parents are encouraging their children, especially their daughters, to divorce. So this is a very sad state of affairs, and that is why it's very important that when you give your children for marriage, please give to a devotee. Let the devotee be a proper devotee, equal to or higher in spiritual level than, I mean, if it's a husband, it should be equal to or higher than the wife. If it's a wife, then she should be innocent and ready to take the guidance of the husband and the guru of the husband. And before doing this, please consult senior devotees who know the other person well, and make sure that you don't make a mistake of the person may be a devotee or whatever, but actually there are some other problems of incompatibility. So please consult. And in this way, then family life will go on without any divorce. And because of both the parties being aware of Krishna consciousness, they are not going to be looking for this water in the desert. In fact, they are going for the highest pleasure of life. The highest pleasure is rendering transcendental loving service to Krishna and his devotees. And this pleasure will easily flood and remove all the other miseries of material life which are bound to come. Hare Krishna.